It is time for quick Om chanting. Take a comfortable position. Keep your backbone straight. Brahmanad. Santi, Santi, Santi. Swasth. Hello students. In the previous session we discussed the phylum Hemichordata. Hemichordata is the last phylum of the invertebrates or non-chordates. The Hemichordata is named so because of presence of notochord-like structure, which was previously primarily it was understood that the cord-like structure present in the anterior region of the animals of Hemichordata is notochord. Actually, it is not a true notochord. But however, Hemi means half, chordata means notochord. Means chordata, to which animal we will tell chordata, where the first primary characteristic is if notochord is present. So when half of the body, means a part of the body consists of notochord, that's why it was named as Hemichordata. Even these animals, the animals that are placed under the phylum Hemichordata, they have some chordata characteristics that beside this characteristic they are also having some chordata characteristic like having the true pharyngeal gill slits. Pharyngeal pharynx, in the pharynx region the gill slits are present, cuts are present, and in that region gills are present, respiration occurs. These animals are completely marine. The body is divided into the anterior proboscis, middle collar and the posterior. The trunk is the largest part of the body. Digestive system is complete, U-shaped. The external digestion, respiration occurs through the gills. Circulatory system is open type with the dorsal heart. Dorsal heart is the non-chordata characteristic. And even why these animals are placed under the invertebrata or non-chordata, because these are lacking the post-anal tail, means tail after the anus, because the anus of these animals is present at the end of the tail. This is also the invertebrate character, the non-chordata characteristic. The reproduction is sexual. The sexes are separate. Fertilization is external. Development is mostly indirect through ternary larva. There are two classes, that Enteroclusta, Enterobrachia. Let us discuss a few question answers. Hemichordates are commonly known as strong worms, strong because the proboscis is extended from the buccal cavity. Tongue can be produced, extended out from the buccal cavity. You can take out your tongue. So proboscis is extended from buccal cavity. That's why these are strong worms. Hemichordates resemble the chordates due to the presence of pharyngeal gill slits. The slits spots present in the pharynx region. Adjective of the pharynx. What is pharynx? Pharynx is the common passage of food and air which is present behind the buccal cavity or mouth cavity. That is the space inside this region, neck region. The phylum Hemichordata is named so as the notochord-like structure is restricted to anterior which region? Proboscis region. The body of Hemichordates is divisible into three parts. Already we discussed proboscis, collar and trunk. So the body of which organisms are divisible into proboscis, collar and trunk? Only of Hemichordates. Remember, the nervous system is in Hemichordates is primitive type consisting of what type of nerve plexus? is subepidermal, is below the skin. The nerve nets are present below the skin. The plexus means the neck. Plexus means neck or network. Else it is found, nerve nets are found in the cnidaries, the midarians, the telophores. Name the larval form of the hemichordate. This is the ternary larva. Name the connecting link between the non-chordata and non-chordata means invertebrata and the chordata, as just we discussed. These animals, the animals of the hemichordata phylum are exhibiting some chordata characteristics. These are bilaterally symmetrical, the deuterostomes, anthrocoelic coelom, true coelomates, and endosome. That's why. And main characteristic is presence of true pharyngeal gill slits and notochord-like structure. That's why they are connecting link between chordata and non-chordata is hemichordata. Why balanoplosus is called acorn worm? What is acorn? Acorn is the fruit of oak tree. Fruit of oak tree is known as acorn, and this acorn looks like this. Whereas the balanoplosus are having the proboscis and the collar, which looks like the acorn. That's why the balanoplosus is commonly known as acorn worm. This one, acorn worm. Okay, in this session we are going to discuss the chordata characters. In an earlier session we discussed the non-chordata and chordata characteristics. The chordata characteristics means we will discuss. But what is the division of the chordata? Chordata is divided into chordata phylum divided into acraniata and craniata. Acraniata, they are not having the brain box. Craniata, they are having the brain box. The cranium brain box may be made up of cartilage or bone. Acraniata, also known as protochordata, and divided into cephalochordata and urochordata, and the craniata, also known as vertebrata, because in them notochord is developed into vertebral column. So they are also known as vertebrata. Acraniata notochord does not change, does not convert into vertebral column. So they are protochordates, primitive chordates. Vertebrata again divided into agnatha and gnathostomata, two divisions. So agnatha means A without gnathos, jaw, and gnathostomata, the jaw is present surrounding the mouth. And agnatha is having a single class cyclostomata, and the gnathostomata is divided into two superclasses, Pisces and Tetrapoda. Pisces again divided into different classes, that is the tenuostomy or ostichthyes, then elasmobranchi or chondrichthyes, holocephalic and diploid, mainly bony pieces and cartilaginous pieces. The tetrapoda divided into amphibia class, amphibia, reptilia, apes and mammalia. Let us discuss the chordata characteristics. Chordates are bilaterally symmetrical, triploblastic. These animals are chordates. Chordata characters. Chordates are bilaterally symmetrical, triploblastic, that is are having the deuterostome body plan and coelomates, true coelomates, having the anterocceloscoelom, anthrocoelic coelom. Organ system level of organization, tube within tube body plan. So these are deuterostome, deuterostomes. And the abdominal region is segmented internally. That means the body wall is segmented. However, you see the special characteristic features. The three special main characteristic features are the presence of notochord. This one is notochord. The notochord, dorsal notochord. This is dorsal notochord. Okay, and the post anal tail, pharyngeal gill slits. These are pharyngeal gill slit present in the pharynx region. This is mouth, anus. This is the structure of the chordate, the skeletal structure of the chordate. You see the tail is present after the anus, so post anal tail. So the most significant characteristic by which the chordates can be distinguished from non-chordates. The important characteristics by this they can be distinguished, by this the chordates can be distinguished These are the presence of the notochord, this is presence of notochord, dorsal notochord, and the true pharyngeal gill slits, and even the post anal tail. You see here the anus is at the end of the tail. So this tail part is pre-anal tail. Tail is before anus. Your tail is after anus. And you see we got in the anterior region surrounded by nerve ring. And the notochord is ventral notochord. What is the which notochord? This is ventral notochord. This is how the non-chordates are different from the chordates. And you see dorsal heart. If heart is present, dorsal heart. Whereas here the heart is ventral heart. If heart is present definitely, and heart is ventral heart in chordates. Here the dorsal heart, and these are the blood vessels it is shown. You see the flow of the blood in the dorsal blood vessel. In chordates, blood flows from anterior to posterior, and in ventral blood vessel, the blood flows from posterior to anterior. What is anterior region? Which is posterior? Which one is anterior region? Towards the head region. Here is this is the cephalization, and brain present within that cephalic region, the skull. This is the anterior. This is the posterior region. Okay, posterior region. Here, the blood flows from posterior in the ventral blood vessel. This is ventral blood vessel. This is dorsal blood vessel. Blood vessel. Okay. Here in dorsal blood vessel you see dorsal blood vessel. Blood flows from posterior to anterior and in ventral just opposite. Okay, simple. The alimentary canal of gut is present. What is this? This is gut. The blue colored one is the gut. If it is organ, the animal is organ system level of operation. The gut is present with mouth and anus. This is anus. This is mouth. This is anterior region and this one is posterior region. Okay, so here you see gradually in the vertebrates, the craniata, the animals have the craniata, the vertebral column is developed from the notochord which holds the narcod. Narcod is a holotype. Here the double and salentine and ganglionated. The ganglia are present. Double salent ganglionated ventral narcod. Here dorsal hollow narcod. And in the anterior region, the narcod is swollen to make the brain present within the cranium or the brain box. Okay, these are the very important points of the chordates by which the chordates can be distinguished from non-chordates. Okay, hope you got clear. Here you see the heart is ventral heart. So what the characteristics, special characteristic? The ventral heart enclosed in pericardium, is surrounded by, enclosed by, peri means surrounding, cardium means heart. What is pericardium? Pericardium means we can say a protective sac, body. Within the protective sac of specialized tissue, the heart is present inside that protective sac called pericardium. Pericardium is the double layer sac within which heart is present, within which heart is present. The circulatory system, the blood vessels are closed tight. The circulatory system is blood vascular or circulatory system. Circulatory or the blood vascular system. Vascular means blood flows within the vessel. Okay, and so circulatory or blood vascular system is completely closed tight blood cells or erythrocytes are present in the blood. Red blood cells, which are also known as erythrocytes, erythro red in color, erythrocytes are present in blood. Hepatic portal system is present. The vein, the venous system, the vein which carries the vein, and what is hepatic portal system? The vein which carry the blood from the digestive tract, gut and spleen to liver. The nutrients are absorbed in the gut. Gut means alimentary canal, intestine, and from the spleen the blood is carried into the liver. The vein it takes. This vein is called hepatic portal system. Vein from the spleen, vein from the alimentary canal, where the food is absorbed from the lumen, from the space, internal space of the alimentary canal. They are carried to the liver. Then how it helps? It helps in storage, helps in storage of excess carbohydrate or excess nutrients, detoxify. They make harmful toxic substance into the detoxic, means non-toxic, harmless substance. Toxic means harmful. What is toxic? You say toxic means harmful. So after detoxifying, harmless. After detoxification, these harmful toxic substances become harmless. Okay, becomes harmless. So detoxify and eliminates, break down the excess protein, store the excess carbohydrate, even the fatty acid and glycerols. So eliminate means removes, eliminate the excess ammonia, carbolic acid, the most toxic acid substance, carbolic acid, which causes the cancer, carbolic acid, and bacteria. So this is how the portal system is. If that from gut, what we discuss from the gut, digestive tract, spleen, the veins carried to the liver. This is called hepatic. Liver means, hepatic means adjective form of the liver, related to liver. Okay, this is hepatic portal system. The vein is transport the blood from the gut and spleen to the liver. Okay, and the brain box is present in chordates, in vertebrates, not in protochordates, in vertebrates. Okay, in the vertebrates of the chordates, box is present, that is called cranium, and the endoskeleton which gives the shape to the body, internal skeleton is present. These are made up of either bone or cartilage. These are made up of bone or cartilage. The brain box or cranium or the endoskeleton is made up of bone or cartilage. These animals are dioecious. The chordates are dioecious. That means sexes are separate. There are the pituitary body. The vertebrates are having the pituitary body, pituitary body, which produces, manufactures and releases. Thyroid secretes many hormones to regulate the growth, of the organism. And another pineal body is present. This is present in the brain. The pineal body is vestigial, not functional, in higher vertebrates. Pineal body is vestigial in higher vertebrates. What is vertebrate? The animal which are having the vertebral column, Merudanda. Vertebrates, the Merudandi prani. So the pineal body vestigial in higher vertebrates, but in lower vertebrates it act like the median eye, the third eye. In lower vertebrates even in amphibians, pineal body present and acts as median eye. You see, the dioecious means sexes are separate, means male and females are the sexual dimorphism. What you can say here? Male and females are present. Male and females are separate. So we can say sexual dimorphism is seen. Sexual morphology means dimorphism, two different type of. See, in human beings, sexual dimorphism, the males and females are dissimilar. Morphologically dissimilar, externally also not similar. Sexual dimorphism is seen. Okay. Remember one thing: the pituitary body and pineal body. These are the endocrine glands. Pituitary body means pituitary gland. Pineal body, pineal gland. These two are the endocrine, which secretes hormones. These are endocrine glands secrete hormones. The difference between non-chordates and chordates already we have discussed by comparing the structure of the general basic structure of non-chordate and chordate. See, notochord is completely absent, whereas the notochord is present in the chordates. The north chord is double solid ventral. So, we can see the nervous system present in the ventral side with double solid ganglionated nerve cords and with a nerve ring. Even we can see the nervous system is present with the double solid ventral nerve cord. A hollow dorsal nerve cord nervous system is present in the dorsal side in the centrally, whereas you see the nervous system, the nerve cords are not present at the center. They are apart from the center. Okay, run parallel but towards the lateral side. Whereas the hollow dorsal nerve cord is found centrally, making the central nervous system, and at the anterior end it swells up to form the brain. Pharyngeal gill, the branchial clefts are absent. The branchial clefts are present. What is branchial cleft? Branchial or gill? Branchial means gill. So, in the pharyngeal region, suppose this is the mouth, this is the pharynx. So, here is the cleft means a shallow depression is present in, and gill slits are present here. The cleft means, what is cleft? Cleft means depression, shallow depression. Okay, not too much but depression, shallow depression. And branchial cleft, where the gills are present, the gut is having a depression, that is absent. Branchial clefts are absent, branchial clefts are present. Pharyngeal gill slits are present in the chordates, pharyngeal gill slits are absent. Means where the gills are present inside the internal organ, that the slits are present in the chordates, but here in non-chordates it is slits are absent. If heart is present dorsal in position, we have compared, seen the structure. Heart is always present and ventral in position. The heart is present, always present and ventral in position, present within the pericardial sac. So, pericardium, cardium means heart, related to heart. Peri means surrounding. Surrounding the heart, a cover is present. Pericardium, if heart is present, pericardium is absent. Hemoglobin or respiratory pigment which carries the oxygen or carbon dioxide, the hemoglobin or the respiratory pigment, if present, they are dissolved in the plasma, the fluid part of the blood. But hemoglobin in chordates is found in the RBC, inside the RBC. Where the hemoglobin respiratory pigment is found in the RBC. Blood vascular system is open or closed type, but in chordates the blood vascular system is always closed type. The blood flows from the heart to the body part through the blood vessel and returns to the heart through the blood vessels. Even from the heart, the blood goes to transported to the lungs for the exchange of gases through the blood vessels and returns to the heart through the blood vessels. So, always it is the blood vascular system is always closed type. In dorsal, as we have seen while discussing, in dorsal blood vessel, blood flows from the posterior part to anterior part, from the tail end to towards the end of the head region. Whereas in dorsal blood vessel, blood flows from anterior to posterior direction. Okay, and the sensitive part of the eye, you can write down. These points already you have discussed. Now, what more points? Yes, write down. The sensitive part of eyes derived from skin, whereas the sensitive part of the eye derived from derived from brain. Okay, sexes are maybe separate or present in the same organism. Means the animals may be hermaphrodite or the dioecious, monoecious or dioecious. Whereas in chordates always the sexes are separate, that means dioecious. Animals are dioecious. In non-chordates, anus is present. Anus is present in last segment. Whereas in chordates anus is present in the segment before the tail. Anus is present in the segment before the tail. That's why the tail, here we say the post-anal tail. It gives rise, the tail is post-anal tail. Tail is after the anus. That's why the tail is post-anal, hence post-anal tail is present. Okay, but what happens here? Here the pre-anal tail before the anus, pre-anal tail is present. One more point I am writing down over here. The animals may be cold-blooded or warm-blooded. Animals are cold-blooded or warm-blooded. Okay? Sorry. Another, point is the animals are cold blooded. Animals are cold blooded. Means they change their body temperature depending upon the environmental temperature. But in case of chordates, this is the 12th point because I am writing over here. 12th point you have to write down at the end. Here animals may be cold blooded or warm blooded. Okay, this may be cold blooded or warm blooded. Okay, so which animals are warm blooded? We are warm blooded. The apes are warm blooded. The other lower vertebrates are cold blooded. Okay, they change their body temperature with the change in environmental temperature. Okay, remember all these points for the difference between the non-chordates and chordates. Okay, so what we discuss in this session, the chordata characteristics. What are the chordate characteristics? The main characteristic, the common general characteristic, the organ system level of organization, tube within tube, body plan, bilateral symmetry, triploblastic. These are coelomates, true coelomates with enterocoelic coelom. The body plan is also deuterostome. The blastopore becomes the anus and later on the mouth is developed. These organisms, the chordates, these are distinguished from others by having the most important four things. The first is the pharyngeal gill slits, the dorsal norpcord. The ventral norpcord is found in the non-chordates, but in chordates, the dorsal hollow single norpcord, the pharyngeal cleft and branchial cleft and pharyngeal gill slits, the post-anal tail. Okay, the tail is present after the anus and the heart is present within the pericardium. Chordates are always cold blooded, but the chordates are maybe cold blooded or warm blooded. Okay, and the sexes are always separate. The respiratory pigment is found in the RBC. These are the chordata characteristics. And as we discuss, just write down, practice the difference between the chordates and non-chordates. Write down the chordata characteristics, chordate characteristics. Okay, and even draw the diagram, the representative diagram of the non-chordate and chordate. Okay, thank you.